the putt, because your putting stroke is fine, but what happens is that you lose a little bit of inconsistency because of that little pop stroke.
Okay.
What you want to happen is to have kind of an equal distance from your takeaway to where your club finishes.
Okay.
So if you take the club back this far, you want to make it come at least forward that equal distance.
Okay.
Just to get a little bit of a better understanding of where that ball is going to end up. Because it's hard to kind of get the distance control if you're just popping it like that rather than getting that follow through. Yeah. It's a shorter backswing, so it's a little more pronounced like putting stroke.
Yeah.
So because you don't want it, you're not taking a full swing. What you're doing is that you're creating that triangle from your hands to your shoulders,
Right.
and you're going to be going back and then forward, and you're going to go. It's like a putting stroke. You're going to go as far back as you do forward.
Okay, that pendulum.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So that's where that comes in, and your wrists aren't really going to break too much. So
More like a putt.
Exactly, yeah. So when you come through, that's where you want your hands to stay in front of the ball, just to keep everything nice and consistent.
Okay.
Just like that.
Oh, the as far back as forward.
Right.
That.
Yeah, and that's how you control your distance and how you get your feel down. All right, so saying it's going to be one of those things too, is we're trying to create a little more space because of that limited mobility. So we're going to bring the club back, but we're going to make sure we break our wrist a little bit more to give us a little bit more of a wider turn. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to have your stance. I'm going to have you kind of point your toes out a little bit. So what that's going to do is that's going to allow your hips to open up a little bit more to give you just a little bit more turn than you would if you were square. Yeah. That's pretty good. There we go. That's right down the middle.
Yeah.
And if we would have this stuff a little bit more fluffy, so you're not worried about digging into the sand anymore.
Okay.
And then remember you're going to dig in about right here and make sure that you swing through the golf ball.
Oh, that went better.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's try one more. And are you picking out a target?
Yeah, I'm kind of aiming for just this side of the 75.
On the left or right?
I'm aiming on
The right side?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
That's hitting through, and that's what you hit back right here.
Okay.
The ball was right here.
That's too far.
That's a little bit too far, but still you can see that you got a little bit of